Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I am your host, Uncle B. Please pay attention to the following announcement from your streaming host. International streaming rules and regulations require me to provide the following information. I am on the Xbox Series S. I have the deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We will be flying the Airbus A320neo, departing from Kuwait and heading to Dubai. I am not taking requests for flights or for me to fly aircraft. I fly the sim the way I want to. My schedule is created well in advance, meaning that I spend time finding interesting places to fly, as well as flying aircraft that I am confident will work in the sim. My streaming schedule is subject to change based on my own real-life schedule. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are vintage aviation flights. Tuesdays, we have Jetliner, regional jet, regional prop, and business jet flights. Thursdays, we have military aviation flights. Saturdays is Lightning Saturday. We fly the P-38 Lightning. And on Sunday, we have scenic flights. Any other information can be found in the description area below the video. Thank you for your attention. All right, let's go ahead and get in here. Just under 2-hour flight. We may get there a little bit quicker once we get out over the Persian Gulf, and then this will be most of our flight right here, I believe, once we get up to 37,000 feet, and then we'll be getting ready to land. So let's go in here and get everything started up while we wait to see if anybody shows up in the chat. Hopefully everybody's doing well on this Tuesday morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. All right. We don't want them talking to ATC just yet. So let's get... I'm going to check our plan here. While we get the engine started up. Make sure we don't have any hiccups when we go into Dubai. I thought I saw something else here. Hold on. Something seemed to have jumped. Maybe. Aha! Look at that. Look at that. It takes us all the way back there. What is that marker name? This is D-cell. And go back here. We may have to right, so that takes us back to there. Okay. Can't get any close. Oh, there we go. Accuracy. Okay, let me restart it and see if we can't clear that out. Sorry, folks. I don't want to have another, or we're having to keep telling the aircraft which way to go, and then it just turns into a big old mess. So let's see if this clears it out. Sorry, I'm glad I checked that beforehand, because otherwise it would have just turned into a big old mess, and I don't really want to have to keep going around in a circle basically. It's going to be kind of quiet today. Oh, and I've been talking. Oh my God, I've been mute the whole time. Sorry about that. So anyway, here's what's happening, folks. The flight to Kuwait to Dubai is scrapped. I was trying to find a nice, reasonable sort of way for us to fly today. The flight plan from Kuwait to Dubai was basically broken. Okay. As you go into your arrival, at one point it takes you back into your flight plan, and I don't want to have to like keep telling the plane to go continue forward and all that, because it just turns into a big mess, and and that sort of thing. So we're gonna I found from Venice to Nice. It's very short flight, less than an hour. Hopefully we can get in here and get this done. If not, then I think today is just going to be scrapped. I mean, we've been going for almost half an hour and we haven't even taken off. So, yeah. I think that's one of the things I'm going to have to do now before I fly. In general, I need to go in, especially if we're doing IFR flights. I need to check the flight plan like the night before, and if something's not working, like go ahead and build it and then go in and check along the way, and if that doesn't work, try to find an alternate route into the airport, if it's a different runway maybe or whatever, and then we would then that would maybe work. But yeah, it's hard to know sometimes, and the difficult part is it's very likely that what works, if I test it the night before and it looks good, it may the very next day not work. That's the difficult part in all this. So I apologize, folks. Thank you for sticking around if you're still here. Somebody's lurking. Not sure who it might be, and that's okay. So we're gonna try this other flight, and if we just can't, things just aren't gonna work today, then we're gonna have to wrap it up, and because it's coming on 8 o'clock in the morning, and normally by now we are in, we are either we've already taken off and we're on our way to, our destination, or we are. All right, let's try this. So they have these retro liveries, and I would like, hopefully this works. All right, let's go back down here. So we had Venice right there. We're departing from, let's just go right here, 56, depart. And we are going to Nice, right there. Let's come in on 4 right, arrive, no, arrive. Boy, I tell you. And we want a departure. Oops. Actually, that'll work. I could live with that. And then let's come in here, 04 right, ILS. And then we just need to build in our arrival. What about this one below that? No, I don't think. Okay, I could live with that one. That seems a little bit better. Let's go with that. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, folks. Fingers crossed. Good morning, Jody. Good morning, Mick. I am okay. Just having a bit of a tough time. We've had some flight plan issues where when I checked it in the aircraft, the system has it all kind of jumbled. So I didn't want to deal with that. So we're trying to fly somewhere today. It's just the Kuwait. I'm gonna have to change it once I know for sure this is doable. Fingers crossed. Here we go. All right. So we are going from. Let me update the thing in the chat here. So we're going from Venice to Nice. All right, there we go. All right, now we're cooking with Crisco, hopefully. All right, let's make sure our co-pilot is not talking to ATC just yet. All right, let's look at this plan. One plan. All right, there we go. Flight plan. We just want to make sure we're not like zigzagging all over the place. All right, looks like this is good. All right, I like it. So let's go back here and go to ARC. Start the engines. And we need to get our performance. There we go. 1, 0. Flaps. Perfect. All right, let's call in and say we are ready to skedaddle. Oh, they don't even have. Oh, they don't have the tail code. Oh. No, we're gonna have to find a Condor Airlines. Oh, look at that. Making use of those highlights and stuff. All right, so we are all started up. We need pushback, please and thank you. All right. We're going to go to the left a little bit. Oh, now 3 people are in. So it must be Jody, Mick, and some mystery person. Oops. I need to take the... We have a mystery list in the chat. Looking for nub in all the wrong places. Looking for nub in too many faces. to even get a song. Where else can you get this kind of fun, huh? Finally gonna go flying, get a little song. Alright, autopilot or co-pilot. The radio is all yours. Thank you very much. Don't let me down. Come on, plane. Get a move on. Come on, let's go. Well, it's not too far of a taxi, it looks like. Ooh, wow, look at those dark clouds. Well, looks like this area is closed for use. Alright, we are finally on our way. Sorry about that, folks. Should be a fairly short flight now. Fingers crossed, no other issues. Now, Mick will remember this. We flew into Nice. This was probably one of the first Jetliner flights I did. Maybe it was like in the top 5 or the first few that I'd done. And we're coming into Nice. Everything's gone phenomenally well. You know, it's been a blast. And just as I come in to land, we were already on approach. All these panels just shut right off. Bam, done. It was like, what? So we made it. We were able to land. I had to basically land it manually, which was, you know, like I was a bit like unsure of what was going to happen, but we made it. But yeah. It was... Oh, you know what I didn't do? You know what? See, I tend to start... Let's just get up here a little bit. There we go. That should be more than enough gas. Screw it. It's just fake gas. Alright, we're about ready to take off, folks. Yeah, that was a doozy of a flight. But everything was going well, that all of a sudden everything shut off, and then it was like, well, we're already on our way down, so let's just see if we can make it happen, and we did. I mean, I couldn't use the approach mode or nothing. You know, it was just like, psh, done. Yeah, just everything shut off, so hopefully we don't have that same issue today. All right. Two 985. Perfect. Oh, 6 viewers now. Look at that. Come on and say hello, folks. Don't be shy. Mick doesn't bite. He might nibble, but he doesn't bite. Mick, your farming character is the quintessential rancher-looking dude. I have to admit, farm, you know, like not a farm, but a rancher. Like you need to have like a big old cow pasture and yeah. That was pretty good though. I like it. All right. I think you watched one too many westerns or something. All right, let's go. Just want to put those on in case we need them for anything. Yeah. Yeah. He needs a dude ranch is what he needs. Not a farm, he needs a dude ranch. Ooh, come on, plane, climb, 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 climb. Oh boy, we are gonna... We're on a mission. It was 29 or 903, wasn't it? Or was it 29 or 83? 83, not 93, 83. There we go. Big difference, big difference. But that is how people see me. Those were my line dancing days. Oh goodness, line dancing days. That is too funny. That is too funny. Oh goodness. Too funny. Alright, we are on our way now. There's good old... We are departing from Venice. We are on our way. Yeah, that was pretty good, Mick. Oh, man. See, there was... No, I can't even remember the name of it. It wasn't the brass rail. Was it? Brass rail wasn't... Well, the brass rail in San Jose was like a... It had all kinds of different... You know, it was a country bar, and it was... You know, it changed styles, you know, off and on. But I do have two... Oh, nice. Very nice. What's the name of that place? There was a bar that I used to visit in Concord. 220 it is. We can do that. We have the technology. That it was like a... They had the... You came in, the front side was like the country western bar, and then you go through that, and then you go through like a... I don't... It's not so much a hallway, but it was like it connected to another bar in the back that was like more modern music. And when I was in the National Guard, we would, you know, me and a friend of mine, we would meet. We would get there like Friday night, you know, drill was Saturday. We would spend the night at the armory, so we would go and drink at the bar, and then go back and crash, and then we would, you know, be there all ready for first formation on Saturday. But yeah, quite a few memories of that place. Not all of them I particularly care to share. Some of it was a bit some of it was a bit how should I say it? Embarrassing. Yeah, there we go. Not my proudest moments. How about that? So Four Simmers has been killing it with these liveries. This is one of their vintage liveries. So we got that recently. It does give you that nostalgia of traveling maybe in the late 60s, early 70s, definitely the 60s. It does have a 60s vibe to it. Very clean lines, colorful, but not like so much that it just like looks like garbage. So yeah, very good stuff. I think they've done a fantastic job. So I think we need to go make this standard. There we go. Yeah, my friend and I did some, well, we didn't do anything. We were just, it was a bit embarrassing, quite honestly. All right, I think we're staying right here. We're not going much higher than that, so we are good to go. All right, let's look ahead in our forecast. Oh, I think I was a bit. Well, that was not expected. So basically, that's what we have left in the flight. We're going to turn, and then pretty soon, I'm surprised we're going up that high, because it seems like eventually, before we know it, we're going to be descending. But that's because we're looking at the larger picture here. So, I didn't even write. See, this is the problem. I didn't write down what the arrival point was when we should start descending. Let's see. Does it have? So. Decel ABN 40. All right, looks like about. Let's go back here. Oops, who's this flight plan? So we don't have to like scroll back up. So I'm thinking around about when we get to. It looks like after ABN is where we're going to want to, that's where we're going to start dropping some altitude. Yeah, oh, let's get a picture of this, shall we? Before I forget. Because this does look good. I mean, it's... And of course, they're going to, update their packs, and it doesn't cost anything. It's a free update, so they will add more to this retro livery pack sort of thing. I think this is good, right? Go. I think they were folded up into Lufthansa, but I'm not 100% sure. I do like this though. That's kind of classic. They added something a little, vintage looking, which says Airbus A320. But yeah, I didn't even look up a tail code for Condor Airways. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. It does give you that sort of 70s vibe. Or late 60s. Not so much 70s, probably late 60s, mid to late 60s. This looks like something they would have, you know, a livery. Maybe we'll level out here at 320. I guess we'll find out here shortly. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out today. Greatly appreciate it. Finally, we are flying. Not the planned flight. I want to go back and what I may try to do, I'm just going to look at it for my own knowledge. I'm going to try to look at the same flight, but I'm going to try to see what it looks like with the 737 Max. But it might be that the all the flight information, the routes and all that for Dubai are just, they're a bit of a mess for whatever reason. But it may be that we were coming in on a runway that is most, you know, like you take off and land a certain direction, that's the active runway. So we may be coming in landing where we shouldn't have been. But I'm gonna test that theory. I'm just gonna have a look. But you know, we can put that on the list another time in the near future to try the flight again. But I kind of feel like there's something wrong, that maybe the way we were coming in, or the runway, our arrival runways may have been the wrong ones, possibly, or something. I don't know, but so yeah, I'm gonna get to the bottom of that later on. So so anyway, so Mick, I understand you will be on the farm tonight. So if you want to message me and let me know when that will be, I will be happy to help you out, good sir, if you want me to. So yeah, let me know, and I can make that happen. That's not a problem. I've got the time. If you've got the beer. So yeah, that's not a problem at all. I'd be happy to help out. Overspeed? What? Overspeed. Oh. How am I overspeeding? Overspeed. See, the problem is, okay. Okay, I got it. It's, goodness, that's the first time that's happened. Now it should start to slow down. Should. Come on, plane, slow down. Sorry about that, folks. This is unusual. It's not slowing down. Well. Why is it not going? Come on, plane, slow down. What? Why is it not? It's like it's stuck in stuck there. Why is it doing this? Well, I think I'm gonna have to turn off the auto throttle. Wow, it's like all the way up. Wow. That is insane. I've never seen that happen before. Yeah. I get it. Wow, this is just gone insane today. All right, now we're below. All right, now if I turn the auto throttle back on, once we continue to drop some speed here. Wow, this has been nuts. No, there's something not right today, that's for sure. Alright, let's put this back on. And let's see if we just get to Mach 0.71, if it just levels off there, and then we can... 3, 2... Yeah, okay, I think it's finally under control. Oops, okay, what about if we go 0.75? Because that's usually round about where we're normally living at when we're up here. Whew, wow, this has been... I don't get it. Normally we've not had problems like this before. Like, you know, it once we're up here, it kind of takes over, and we're roughly usually at 0.75, 0.78, roundabout there for our speed. Why is it going up? I've said 7. Alright, it's like it doesn't want to... Alright, 0.76, I can live with that. I just don't want it to go anything higher than 0.8. 0.8. Because then we're going to start getting into that overspeed area. And I don't want to deal with that again. Because that was annoying. So I thought for sure, I thought maybe I'd left the flaps down or something. Alright, looks like we are finally stable. God. Wow. What a mess. I don't get it. And see, that's the difficult part. I commented about, we're waiting for the Kodiak 100 to be updated, right? So I posted Pilot 83, whose YouTube channel I follow. He does regular little posts and videos and stuff, and I said, well, I thought we were supposed to get it last week, and he said, no, it should be this week. And then somebody said, well, I don't know what the big deal is. I don't have any problems. And I'm like, Just because you don't have any problems doesn't mean everybody else doesn't. Like, that's pretty, you know, pretty jacked up of you to make that assumption that just because you don't have any problems, that everybody else shouldn't have any problems either with the plane. Listen, that's the difficult part. Some people don't, some people do. Because there's a mixture, there's no way that Asobo or Microsoft, or I think it's more Microsoft, can replicate what the problem is. Because it's not like a vast majority, it's just some number of simmers have a bad experience and some have a good one. And there's no way that they can determine what is causing the bad experiences. And I think at this point, sadly, because we are coming up on a year for the sim on the Xbox, I think a lot of console players have given up reporting issues. They're just like, I just deal with it, or I get disappointed, I get a little angry, and you know, they they don't want to be, they can't be bothered to even do any kind of a reporting any issue. They've given up on it. So I think a lot of there's more problems than is what's being reported. So yeah, I think that's part of the issue. All right, we're near that waypoint. So, but yeah, I just find it a bit odd that people will. Well, I don't have any issues, so I don't see what the problem is. Well, there's a lot of people are having issues, so Anyways. Alright, well, we're still on our way to Nice. Got some nice scenery here. We're a little bit farther inland, and then we'll come around and put this thing on the ground eventually. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, that we don't have any issues the remainder of the flight. Because I don't know what I don't know how I'm going to feel if we have another failure or something or other. So, yeah. We will be back tomorrow. I may start a little bit before 7:30. I may start like quarter after 7. Just to make sure we have time to get the flight in. We are going from Aruba to Baghdad. It's a direct flight, straight shot pretty much. We're going to tune in the VORGME at Baghdad International, and we're going to take off, and we're going to head there. It may be, I'm estimating 3 hours, but I think it'll be below that. I just rather overestimate than underestimate. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do tomorrow in the Junkers 52. That'll be leg 12 for our 32 leg flight. Then we will have 20 legs left to do to Indonesia. And then Thursday we will be in the MiG Fulcrum, East German livery. We're going from Balcer to Kaliningrad. So do join us for that if you can. Friday, we're in the Stearman 75. Friday's flight, once we're in the air, and I don't know how long the flight's going to last really, but Friday, if you have a flight that you want me to do, one flight on the 17th, no more than 3 hours, I need at least the departure city or airport code and the arrival city airport code. No more than 3 hours. Try to think outside the box. Do not just go, let's fly another A320 flight or whatever. Think a little bit bigger, or think outside the box, and that sort of thing. But if you're like, hey, can you take off from Lukla and then fly down through the valley and land over here? I could do that. I mean, if we want to have a little bit of scenery in there, there's nothing wrong with that too. I can do that. But yeah, just give me something to work with. So yeah. So think about it. Don't always go with your home region. Think a little bit bigger. Think globally, right? Think globally. I know generally most everybody when they ask, they're like, "Well, could you do this airport because I live near?" Think a little bit larger than that. I mean, if that's what you really want, I'll do it. But just try to think beyond the that sort of thing. That's what I'm trying to encourage people to do. All right, we are on our way to. Okay, so we should. I think well, let me hold on a second. Let's do this because I've done this before, where I descend a little too early because between Ixodo and ABN, there is roughly 30 something nautical miles. So, but so then it's saying we need to be at flight level at least 250. So we will do that, and then we'll start stepping down our descent and slowing the plane down and getting ready to land and all that. So, yeah. So, and I still got to do a test flight in the Concorde so that when we do the flight there towards the end of the month, I feel confident that we will be able to do it, and all that. So that should be fun. I've reviewed the literature that DC Designs published. That kind of gives you a step-by-step guide of what to do and when to do it. But yeah, what I may do just so because the fuel stuff, it's going to be a bit hectic for me to like turn this pump on, turn this other one off, reheat, and all that kind of stuff. What I'm going to try to do is just put unlimited fuel on so we don't have to worry about that. I think it'll balance itself out. The plane will automatically move or whatever. So so yeah, that's what we're gonna. Wow, is rendering today is just like a sim is acting up a little bit, I think. All right, let's look at the long range forecast again here. 80 nautical miles. All right, so 80 nautical miles. There's where we need to be at 2,500, and then we're going to start, continue descending because the next one's like 17,000 feet and on down, and then we'll do the we'll zigzag, and then let's see. Let's go 160. All right, so that's basically what we got left to do. So we're going to come back over the water here, and then turn into the airport there at the very end. It looks like. So yeah, good stuff. We're almost there. We're rapidly approaching our point of descent. All right, actually coming up. So let's go ahead and ask to drop 8,000 feet. Wait, no, 7,000. My math is a little off this morning. Apologize about that. That new math gets me every time. Lawn center. All right. $228. No. That's too low. All right. So we're almost at 25,000 feet. We're getting there. See, now this is the part that I think... Nope, not even that. Okay. So these all fairly close together. So it's not like we're dropping down and then we've got like another 150 nautical miles to our to our next waypoint. So we should be good to go. I think I put too much fuel on. We haven't really used it. And that's a good thing about the Airbus. It does have a really good fuel management. And the next one is 17. So let's go ahead and ask for that. That's 8,000. We're already right. We're within tolerance. There we go. Wow, look at that. Look at that scenery. Look at all those mountains. I know Mick's thinking stroopwafel and latte shop. Good stuff. All right, let's have a look. What is Nice's? What's the weather like there in Nice? What's the altimeter reading? Let's see. Let's see here. That is LF. LF. Dun, 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 dun. 29er 77. Okay, we will try that. I am way ahead of you there. Got the blue. I know you do, Mick. I don't doubt it. Jody's missed all that fun here when we've been flying with the sceneries, and Mick's like, oh yeah, that'd be a good spot. And over there too, I think Mick has plans for a whole chain of stroopwafels / latte stands across the French Alps and the Swiss Alps and all that. And his plan, I think, is to go to every one and then sit out there in a chair and enjoy the scenery. We'll try 2983 and see how close we are to that. We'll get an update eventually. All right, what's our next projected? We're at 11, so we got to go about 6. Oh, I think our altimeter is right, pretty much spot on for rain. Yeah, Jody's missed all that fun, Mick. Over the past roughly year that I've been flying. Look at that scenery right there. We're gonna turn here, of course. We're not gonna go right over that. We're gonna head out over the water here in a second. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Oh. All right, we should get an updated altimeter reading here from approach. Thank you, Milan Center. .86, there we go. Now we've got a good reading. And I need to dial this back to 210 at least. Maybe 230. Once we look. Make up your mind. I'd rather talk to Nice Approach and continue to talk to them. Let's go to 230. Can we just stick with Nice approach, please? I'd greatly appreciate that. Oh, Jody. So at the very beginning, when I was flying, we start off in this little plane, and we did a little flight school, right? And teaches you the basics of flying and different things, right? So I stuck with that plane, and so we'd take off. What I did was I flew around the San Francisco Bay Area for a bit. So I would take off, and we'd head out for a while, we'd fly around, and then we'd come back in and land. And the landings were like just atrocious. Like Mick's telling me he's got his hands on his chair and he's like leaning back and forth trying to get the plane to turn the way that I want it to turn. He's holding his breath, I'm holding my breath. There was times that Amela would come in the chat and Mick would say, Amela, hold my hand, please. I'm a bit worried about this landing. Oh, boy. Oh, now we're talking to Marseille. Wow. Anybody else we're going to talk to? Are you sure? I'm not convinced. Or thereabouts. That should be. Wow, we're just talking to everybody. Can we go back to Milan Center? Can we go to where else? Rome Center. Let's talk to everybody in the region. Let's talk to Barcelona too while we're at it. All right, we're just gonna live right here at 11,000. Whoa, look at that. Oh, we're gonna fall out. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Can we just get one and stick with? Oh, look at that. You know where we're near, folks? I believe, if I remember correctly, I think, I might be wrong, but I feel like we're right near Monaco. I think Monaco is right down here. I'm pretty sure we're near Monaco. I feel like it's right down here off the right wingtip, quite honestly. I think that's the circuit's down there. I think. Yep. Wait. Oh no, we're looking for the swimming pool area. I don't know if we can see it from here, but maybe up the coast a little bit more, but I feel like we're right near it. Maybe down there. I know we're near it, because we've flown along this coastline before and we found it. It might be over here. That was off the right wingtip as we were coming. over the mountains there. It's either there or over here somewhere. But I'm positive we're near it. I did find before we started the flight, I was looking at I found the F1 circuit there in Abu Dhabi. I was going to look for the one over there in Bahrain. I know it's along the waterfront, if I remember correctly. Or maybe Abu Dhabi is. I forget. There's one that I know you go along the waterfront there. I can't remember if it's Bahrain or Abu Dhabi. All right. That is... Okay. Let's go reduce by 2,000. Decrease 2, please, and thank you. Oops. Oops. Hello, Joseph. How are you? You're coming in just in time. We're getting ready to approach into Nice here in a moment, which is back there behind us. We're going to come out over the water here, and then we're going to hang a right here in a moment. And we're going to head that away-ish over to the right. And we're going to continue to descend and be ready to land here in a moment. I think when we get to the gate, I want to get a shot of this on the ground. This is really great. I tell you, Four Simmers is just, they're doing a phenomenal job with these liveries. They're not perfect, but they do work. You know, they already know they've got some areas that they work on, and they go back in and they fix it, and then they release a patch. But their stuff is just amazing, I think. And it's all, you know, this is the retro pack, and they even have a retro Lufthansa, which is just amazing. They have a retro JetBlue that I didn't know, you know, like it was one of the very first liveries that JetBlue did when it first started up. Fantastic. So, yeah, they're doing a phenomenal job. Absolutely. And not to knock anybody else, but they're I think they are just about the de facto livery gurus at this point. And then they also, like I said, they're like, oh, we're going to update the pack and you're going to get these other liveries. And, you know, I'm good, Joseph. Doing good. Just, we're on our way. We'll be on the ground soon. Been a bit of a hectic day. We tried to fly from Kuwait to Dubai, and then why does it look like that's... Hold on a second. This looks weird. Hold on. Hold your horses, folks. Look at that. It looks like, quite honestly, like this caved in a bit or something. See that? Look at that. I just noticed that. Like, this is like, something's not right. Like, part of the front there caved in. But it may just be because of the lighting. I don't know. But it looks weird, doesn't it? Maybe that's how it's designed. You know, it does have that aerodynamic, but it's... Yeah, from over here it doesn't look like it does, though, does it? But I guess it does. It just looks odd from this angle, maybe because of the lighting. Yeah. That kind of, I was like, wait a minute, is the plane falling apart? We did almost break it earlier. We were going way too fast. Alright, so there's our point where we're going to turn. And we're going to drop to about, I think pretty soon they will tell us when to descend. So we're going to hang a right here. Yeah, that looks strange. Like, I was like, wait a minute, is there like a structural failure that I don't know about? I don't have anything on where, you know, the cabin depressurized or pressurized or something. So, yeah, that just looks weird. I think when we're on the ground, we'll have another look at that. Let's go to 7. Better keep that open. Yeah, once we're parked at the gate, I'm going to have another look at that because something doesn't seem right. But again, it may just be the lighting. Like now it looks good. I think it was just the shadows, you know, from where we were flying because the sun was at an angle from the right. So the left probably had some other shadows that normally we don't really see. So, yeah. All right, let's get our landing lights on. We do like to be a well-lit aircraft when we come in for landing. I might have to mute myself here in a minute, folks, if this knucklehead goes blasting down the street on his sports bike. Sorry. All right. And then from there it's 7, 6. It would be 4. It looks like. But I think pretty soon they're gonna give us our instructions. Thank you all for coming in today. I know my flight from yesterday is premiering over on YouTube. If you missed yesterday's flight, do go check that out if you have the time. Thank you very much. Yeah, I should have just left it at 50%. I think we overloaded with fuel. I'm wondering if that's what affected the performance of the plane because we were fuel heavy. I should have just trusted that we had enough. Or maybe put... No, why would I climb? Nope, nope. Here we go with the craziness again. No. I'm not going to 20,000 feet. Negative, Ghost Rider. No, no. Alright, so... So basically, what I have to do here is I have to wait them out. It's like it's like when you ignore your significant other. You're just like, I'm just going to wait you out. Alright, so we just kind of cut that corner, it looks like. No, I'm just going to wait you out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait them out. Wait the ATC out. A little bit of flap down. I'm sure Mick's like laughing and sitting there nodding his head. Why would I go additional? No. That doesn't make any sense. I'm on approach. Wait a minute. What is going... Why did that suddenly go there? What is... 2981. Okay. Why? Something's not right. So even now this one's kind of gone goofy. What is going on? Like, suddenly all my lines disappeared. What is happening? No, we want to go back. Hold on a second, folks. I have a feeling like we are flight plan. I know it's the other side. All right. Let's go ahead and drop down a little bit more. All right. I think we're going to solve this here real quick. But it's like I feel like I'm running out of time here. We got to go here, direct to. We're turning, but I can't tell which way we're going to. What in the world? Oh, suddenly now my autopilot just turned off. What in the world? What is going on here? It's like I don't have my... Something's gone wrong. So we want to go here. This one. (155) November Alpha. Okay. Direct to... We're going to get back on track here, folks. Just give me a second. So we're going to get back online here. All right. Now we're back online. All right. There we go. Oh, thank you for the bits there, Mick. You're too kind. Just roll my eyes. I just roll my eyes. Hold on a second. Where is everyone today? I don't know, Joseph. I couldn't tell you. It's fine if they're not here. That's their choice. I can't force anybody to be here. It's on them if they want to show up. All right, so I think we are finally back on track. And then we're going to turn in and hopefully... So the airport is up over there somewhere. Wow. I tell you, I don't know. Something's going wrong today with the sim and the A320. I don't get it. Like we were fine before, and now all of a sudden, you know... It's just not wanting to work. Like the flight plans are just like, you know, acting on their own accord. They just delete, and it's like you got to tell the plane, no, go over here now. That's where you're supposed to be going, knucklehead. Well, we should be on the ground. And I have this bad feeling that as soon as we line up on our runway, that's when all the systems are going to go dark again. And we're just going to have to fly it in ourselves. But by then, we will be okay. Our speed will be reduced, and it'll be fine. We'll just make sure everything's disconnected, and then we'll just fly it in ourselves. Wow, 22. Boy, we were going to be way off. That would have been a bad approach overall. Like, there's no way we would have landed. Well, never a dull moment. That's for sure. This has been certainly a interesting day. And that's the, again, you can check all this stuff the day before. Next day, the sim's got different plans. You just never know what the sim is going to throw at you. So hopefully, I think it should turn, and then we should be good to go from there. Now, once we get a little bit closer, I'm gonna go to 160. We'll get ready to drop some more flap here. If you're watching, oh, thank you, appreciate that, Mick. Yep, do follow. We do have lots of plans for our flights. Tomorrow will be leg 12 of our 32-leg flight to Indonesia, former KLM route from the 1930s. We're doing that in the Junkers 52 because the Fokker F-7B has proven to be a bit erratic in its own way. So we will continue in the Junkers 52. Looking for, oh, wait a minute. I'm like way zoomed out. No wonder why it looks like, okay. All right. There we go. That looks better. Now I'm like, wait a minute. We're getting a lot closer, but I was zoomed out, so that's why. Yeah, we do have a lot coming up. So yeah, 7, no. I'm going to say we're going to get started at 7 tomorrow. 7 Eastern, 11 UTC, 12 UK. So do join us for that if you can. Should be a nice flight. Oh look, now Joseph's getting in on the highlight thing. All right, so we're almost there. Then we're going to turn back in. I believe our airport is right there. It should be Nice. Yeah, I think that is it. So yeah, we got that, and then Thursday we'll be in the MiG-29, leaving Bautzen to Kaliningrad. Should be a very quick flight in the MiG Fulcrum. A bit of Russian military aviation history. I was apparently, and I didn't realize this, initially we were going to land in the Ukraine, and I was like, nope. So it was difficult finding a reasonable place to go and all that, so hopefully we've got it all figured out. All right, let's go to 160 here and drop some more flap. So yeah, I've been trying to steer clear of that. I know many people have some pretty heavy thoughts about what's going on there, and not to disrespect anybody. I'm trying to avoid that because it can get very contentious, and I don't want to have that in my chat. So we will. But I do want to fly the MiG Fulcrum. I mean, it is a bit of military aviation history, regardless of who produced the plane. So yeah, we'll be doing that this Thursday. Once again, Friday. I'm gonna just need one flight recommendation. First come, first serve. So please gather that information. Try to think globally if you can. Flight lasting no more than 3 hours, please. And given that we've had some issues with the Airbus today, and I don't know if it's the Airbus or if it's just the flight plan itself just acting up, but if we could, try to figure out something different. Don't just stick with the same old, same old. We need something a little bit different. All right. So hopefully this thing turns. Will it turn towards the next one, then we'll line up? I'm hoping. Let's see what happens when we get a little bit closer. It may cut the corner. Or I guess what I could do is, as we get past, for parallel there almost, maybe I can direct the aircraft. I can't, Mr. Adams. So here's the deal. Because I'm an affiliate now on Twitch, I have to wait 24 hours before I can put the stream or the video onto YouTube. So I can download it, but it has to be scheduled at least 24 hours or later than when I did the flight. Once I end this stream, it can't be at 7 o'clock or whatever. It has to be at the next day. So I can't do anything about that. If I stream on both, then I'm breaking the affiliate agreement, and I don't want to do that. So I am making a little bit of money so far. It's not a lot, but I am. All right, let's see if hopefully this thing turns. There we go. Perfect. All right. It's updated itself. Whew. Okay. Good deal. All right. Let's go ahead and drop the 2980. So yeah, I can't do that. Yeah. That's just, those are the rules, Joseph. And when I agreed to that, I thought I could do both, but when I looked again, actually Pulse did show that to me. Thank you. That yes, the agreement is you have to wait at least 24 hours before you. Before you can have your stream or your video posted on another site like YouTube or whatever. All right. Let's see if I hit ILS. So we should make a bit of a correction here. All right, it's starting to line up, I think. We go localizer, then approach. Starting to line up. bottom there. A little bit more, a little bit more. Wow, we are way off here. Look at that. Don't know that it's going to... If I hit approach mode, right? Will that change anything? Will it... Look at that. It's like we're heading... See, I don't know. Something's not right. All right, here's what we're going to do, folks. You know what we got to do here. Because the longer we wait, the worse it's going to get. I'm going to disengage everything, and we're just going to land it ourselves. We'll keep the auto throttle on so that we don't overspeed or anything as we come in. Joseph, I appreciate that. I have been tinkering around on the farm on my own, okay? There will be a point that I will do a farm sim stream. I assure you it'll probably be a Sunday instead of Train Sim World 2. I will do a farm stream, okay? Thank you for your suggestion. It's all good. You know, I may start off small and do my own thing, and then maybe eventually we'll open it up to a multiplayer thing, but it's fine. I got it. But that's coming maybe in a couple Sundays from now, or maybe in July, I don't know. So, but yeah, we will... Thank you, Jody. We got this. It's fine. I've done this before, so it's not uncommon. We've had to, you know, the systems do not always work. So there are pilots who will hand fly an ILS approach into San Francisco International, which I don't know what, you know, other than you have the local, you have all that information, but, you know, obviously you're... Yeah, we'll be fine. We got this. At least the wind's not too terribly bad. So, we're good.
1,000. 500, 400, 300, 200, 100, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20.
Wow, it started floating again. Oy.
Retard 5.
There we go, we made it. There we are. That was alright. Could have been worse, could have been better. we are. On behalf of myself and the entire flight crew, we'd like to welcome you to Nice. Local time is probably, let's see, it's 2:30 in the UK, so I'm guessing it must be about 4 or so in the afternoon here in Nice. About ballpark figure. We understand and appreciate the fact that you have a lot of options. You have a plethora. You have a vast number of options when it comes to your Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream viewing pleasures. And we are glad that you chose to fly with us today. Do join us tomorrow in the Ukers 52 continuing flight from our Rutba to Baghdad. 7:30 Eastern. No, 7 Eastern. Sorry, 7 Eastern, 11 UTC, 12 o'clock UK. We're going to get started a little bit early. So we're going to get going then. So do join us for that if you can. Should be a nice flight. Some more desert scenery. So thank you all for coming in today and hanging out, spending your time with me. Great to have you all here. Now, it wasn't the best landing. I mean, it's just that it's sometimes it's a little difficult. You know, I was trying to flare just to get a little bit more speed down before we got off the throttles there, and then yeah, it was just a bit of a today was just a bit of a hot mess here in the sim. I don't know why, but it was. But we're here. We made it, so it's all good. We got a flight done, which is good. So 3:25. Oh, so I wasn't too far off. It was only an hour ahead. So 3:25 in the afternoon, local here in Nice, here along the French Riviera. I think the French name for it is Côte d'Azur. I think that's how it's pronounced. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I've never quite understood the proper pronunciation. But that is I believe, the French name for Nice. Of course, Nice was the site of the movie Ronin with Robert De Niro, where he was a former CIA operative who gets involved in some shenanigans, to say the least. Great movie, lots of action, car chases. John Frankenheimer's one of his best movies, I think. He did love his car chases stuff. Cars. Doing the camera work and all that. Absolutely fantastic. So you've not seen Ronin. I do highly recommend the movie. It's one of my few favorite Robert De Niro movies. I don't have many, but that one is certainly, I don't mind watching it numerous times. I'm sure you can find it on most streaming services. Get on my way, fuel truck. What are you doing parking there? Goodness. Alright, here we coming into our gate here. I want to have a look. I don't know if the gate... Now, maybe the gate will automatically connect. Let's see if it does. But either way, I'm gonna get it. I want to try to get close to that front there to have a look, because it just seemed like the way that the shadows were hitting, it was like the front of the airplane, right around the flight deck, it was like collapsed a bit or something, like it had deformed. But I think it's just the way the shadows were. I don't think, you know, it was just kind of odd. That's all. All right. Ooh, look at this. Watch this. Jody, check this out. Let me see if I can't get in here a little bit closer. Well, look at this. This is the best part right here, I think, quite honestly. The doors open. There's the jetway. Airbus, I am your father. Yeah, it was just right around here. There was like this weird look, like it was deformed. And I think it's just the way that the aircraft is designed, you know, aerodynamically. But it looked like this side had collapsed in or something. So let's get a picture of this here on the ground. Oops. I think that's, there we go. Yeah, that's the cool thing. Like when you pull into your parking spot, it used to be you would have to ask for the for all that. Now check this out too. Let's go back in here. I'll show you this other thing, and then we'll shut everything down. External, right? You have fuel. You can ask for fuel. You can ask for a power supply to be plugged in. You even have baggage service. Watch this. Look at that. Baggage door opens. The little... I love this stuff. And then we even have catering. Watch the back door here. So watch the catering truck. It's going to pull up there. Watch this. And then it's going to extend like it normally would for catering. Like it's pulling into position. Right? It's almost there. He's getting it lined up. But in the meantime, watch the baggage. Right, there goes the catering truck. So that's generally what happens. Like when you're waiting to get on the plane, the catering truck is, you know, they go into the back there. There goes your luggage into the aircraft. I could just, let's see if I can't get a little bit closer here. Look at that. You got that, and then the catering truck, it lifts up, and then they can have the cart. You know, obviously all the food is stored in there, and then it goes back into the back galley there for flight services. There's the power truck connected, so we have power if we wanted it. Here comes our fuel. There's the gas truck. In some airports, you can actually use this for your passenger to exit the aircraft, but in modern ones, you get the jetway. But it's cool, like you pull up and then the door opens up and then it connects in like that. But it looks weird, like it's tilted, right? But, you know, it just looks that way. But, you know, you would have oh, catering's done. So, yeah. All cool stuff. There goes the luggage. The luggage is done. We got one. Oh, now it refilled. Look at that. Oh, and then the fuel came in. Look at that. So we could add fuel if we were doing a continuing flight. So let's go ahead and get in here. Let's go back inside. And of course we have an alarm because the jetway's connected. All right, let's go ahead and shut it down. So yeah, they have all these little things that you can ask for. You before you depart, you can do all that stuff too. And um, when you land, you could do yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, all that cool little stuff. Yeah, so you can make it kind of look realistic. You know, like if you're doing a jetliner service or whatever, it'll do all that. I don't know, and I'll have to see. I'll have to test it out. Because I think the Concorde, it's like you're starting. You're not like at a gate. It's like you're starting somewhere where you would basically the passengers would come out of the terminal, walk to the aircraft, and then go up the steps. I think. I don't know that it ever went connected to a jetway. But anyway, that's going to do it for today, folks. I do greatly appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out. It was a bit of a hectic morning, but an hour and 13 flight. It's fine. We got it done. We got a flight done. It wasn't the one that was planned, but we got it done. So I'm gonna check some things because there was like all this stuff that was happening that just didn't make a whole lot of sense. But that's okay. Sometimes that's just how it is. So anyway, that's going to do it for today, folks. I do greatly appreciate you being here. I will see you all tomorrow, 7 Eastern, 11 UTC, 12 UK. I go 30 minutes early, so because I have an appointment in the afternoon. I just want to make sure I have time to fly and then do other stuff before I have to go for my appointment, you know. So yeah, it should be a good flight in the Junkers 52. I have been your host, Uncle B. Do enjoy the rest of your Tuesday morning, afternoon, evening, early Wednesday, depending on where you are in the world. Until then, peace. Live long and prosper.